Flash is a student forum for students produced by students. Students make all content decisions, research, write, shoot, and broadcast news stories they deem important to the ECU community. Stay tuned.
Hey ECU,
I'm Brandon.
And I'm George. February is Black History Month, so today we have 3 stories that shine light on the Black community. Our first story is about the importance of hair to Black students around the school.
Then we'll take a look into the Black educators here at ECU.
And in our last stories about how the district represents students of different culture.
Stay tuned for the Flash. Hey George, I really like your hair.
Yeah, make sure to do my best to take care of it.
Yeah, I've noticed that a lot of students like to use their hair to express themselves. Woody has a story.
My hair means my heritage.
My hair, first and foremost, is an extension of me.
My hair is a part of my identity.
My identity.
My identity.
It means a lot to me. I think it shows personality and just I love my hair.
From personal reflections to real-life challenges, let's hear the adversities behind Black hair.
People making weird comments about my hair, treating it as if it's not, as if it's a foreign object, and it made me always very uncomfortable, and I just had to learn how to stick my ground and say that it's not acceptable.
I feel like I always felt like I had to have it slicked back or put away.
Black women are expected to be perfect all the time and have flawless hair and flawless skin and flawless bodies, and I think that not holding myself to that standard and not letting other people hold me to that standard is how I've dealt with it in the past.
You're going to have your hair for the rest of your life. You need to love yourself and feel confident in who you are in order to flourish, to be the person that you're supposed to be. And if you can't love something that's an extension of yourself, you can't love yourself at all.
Just knowing that Black hair is something to celebrate and something to embrace and care for is enough.
We get caught up in you have to have loose curls or your hair has to be long in order for curly hair to be beautiful, but all types of curly hair is beautiful.
Signing off for the Flash with the help of Ravi, this is Winnie.
Hair really is a really big aspect of our identity.
Yeah, I agree. I see this a lot in the Black community because our hair holds a high value to us.
Next up, Xavier will be taking a look at the lack of Black educators here at ECU.
According to Black Men Teach, only 1% of African American men are teachers in Minnesota. Despite such a small statistic, they have made a valuable impact on the students within Eastview's community.
It's a lot of times more motivating to see someone that looks like you as your teacher. So a lot of times when I don't have a teacher that looks like me, there's a disconnect. I feel like culturally I can connect more with somebody that looks like me.
Eastview community is a big part of the Eastview community, and I think diversity is needed because there's a bunch of African American students or Black students and just seeing other people that look like them could be a benefit and could help the school environment.
Although diversity is very important to have in a school setting, being able to connect with students is always an important role as a teacher.
The student body diversifies. I think it's important that the staff and the adults diversify as well. Again, not to say that non-Black teachers can't have an impact or can't have an influence on some of our students of color, but I think it's important that the staff and who are the voices also kind of align with what the student body looks like as well.
I think that we just need to really provide opportunities and pathways for our students of color to get there. We really need to focus on growing our own, if you will, and just working on the students that we have here and letting them know how they can get into that pathway to become an educator.
I think we do need more, but I also think that the educators that are here do a lot. I see Mr. Foster, I see Chad everywhere. It's nice seeing somebody that looks like you.
Man, I hope there's more Black educators in the field in the future.
Yeah, it does feel like there's a lack of representation. Looking back, I don't think I've ever had a Black teacher before.
But hey, at least the students are getting a form of representation through the district. Nathan has a story.
Last Thursday, a district-led event was held at Eastview showcasing the different aspects of African culture. With an event like this, there is only one goal in mind.
The end goal for this event is for students and families to come celebrate. It's Black History Month. We're here to celebrate our bright futures that we have as young Black Americans in America.
I think the end goal of an event like this is to empower Black youth and spread the importance of Black History Month. It's really important to showcase our culture and show the Somali and East African youth that, you know, they're doing a good job.
The end goal was just to like share everybody's cultures from like different schools and stuff, and I think it was like a really nice experience for me, at least, because I know I got to experience like new students and ask them about their cultures and stuff, and I just got to learn a lot. So I think the purpose was just to share cultures and just unite as a community.
From the culture and music to the creative info booths, it is made clear that wherever you were looking, there was representation all throughout the scenery, and it wasn't just Eastview that tagged along.
The great thing about this event is that we had all the high schools here. We had the Black Student Union from Apple Valley High School, from Egan, from Rosemont, and from Eastview High School. So that's a great thing. We're bringing all kids together to celebrate Black History Month. It takes a lot of time and work to put these events on, and we want people to come together and just celebrate. So hopefully we'll get the word out, and next year it'll be even better.
With many more opportunities to host these events, it opens doors for future attendees to have a deeper sense of cultural appreciation within our school district. Signing off from The Flash with the help of Sam, this is Nathan.
I think it's really great that they're acknowledging students of different backgrounds.
Yeah, that shows our district really cares about the background of students.
Well, that's all for today, Eastview.
We'll see you next week for The Flash.
Hello and welcome to Eagle Eye's 231st episode. I'm Jordan.
And I'm Jess. It's February in Minnesota and still we've hardly gotten any snow this year.
It's crazy, but that's Minnesota weather for you. Sometimes things just don't happen the way we expect them to.
So true, but sometimes they do. Our first story, for instance, is about two groups that have come together to form a successful and united whole.
Here's Adriana to tell us more.
This is Adriana Ortiz reporting for Eagle Eye, and this is Apple Valley Eastview Gymnastics.
My first ever career 9 on beam, and that was super exciting. And I feel like I've made a lot of new friendships with all of the new girls and really formed stronger connections with some people that I've already known.
My biggest accomplishment is probably like improving my floor a lot. I think it's like improved significantly, and I've maintained like staying on varsity on floor the whole year, and as well as bars too. I got a new skill, so it's really improved my skill.
My favorite event changes like every week, but right now it's beam because I just think it's like really beautiful to watch, and it's like floor. It's like a way to express yourself, and it's one of the hardest. So I feel like it's a lot of people's least favorite, but I love it.
My favorite event is probably floor beam, but I think it's floor because I just love performing my floor routine, and I just feel so powerful on it.
My biggest goal for this season is just for the girls to improve each meet little by little and just get closer with my teammates. A team goal that I have is to see our varsity team score a 140 and our JV team reach a 130. We're close, but I just want us all to be able to put everything together and put all the training that we've had to use.
So a lot of people think of Apple Valley and Eastview as major rivals, but with the gymnastics team, they've come together to create something really, really cool.
While our schools are often in competition with each other, we got to remember that we all have the same goals.
Right? It's awesome when people from different sides can work together, focus on our similarities instead of what divides us.
And our next story is about a long-running program at AVHS that aims to do just that, bring people together. Let's take a look.
Hi, my name is Afia Saeed.
Are you looking to create new bonds, meet new friends, or just looking for something to join? Well, this is a club that you could look into. Eagle Buddies is a club where you foster friendships and create new relationships. Let's learn more about it.
Eagle Buddies is a club offered for students at Apple Valley to help foster friendships between all students at Apple Valley High School.
It means building community because you make a lot of friends that you wouldn't expect yourself to make.
Eagle Buddies means that you're able to be supportive with people who need it.
To me, it means making more friends and just like growing relationships.
Eagle Buddies to me is just a time where you can learn about new people and just meet them, get to know them, and really just have fun with them and just have a great time.
You get to plan and do all these fun activities like pizza parties, you get to play games, plan events. It's really enjoyable.
I like the experiences and doing the fun stuff. We go on a lot of field trips.
I like that it's really interactive, it's fun, you get to really do a lot of things. You get to color, you get to play games, you get to do activities, and it happens almost every week, so it's awesome.
I love to see how the friendships grow from the beginning of the school year to the end of the school year, and just how they remain friends throughout the 4 years of high school, and how students interact with each other in the hallway, in the lunchroom, in passing time. It's just super cool to see how their friendships develop and grow over all of the years at high school. It's just a great opportunity for all students.
We always need new members to help out. The students that we work with would love that. They love meeting new people and having new opportunities.
I mean, of course more people should join. It's really fun. You're growing bonds and like making friends.
We meet on Tuesdays, so we meet on the third Tuesday of every month, and we meet at 7:15 in the morning or at 2:30 in the afternoon.
If you are interested in joining, you could talk to Miss Taylor or any of the officers in Eagle Buddies. This is Afia Saeed reporting for Eagle Eye.
Wow, that does look like a lot of fun. And anyone can join?
Yep, you should come to our next meeting, Jess.
Maybe I will.
And if any of you are interested, find Miss Taylor, Afia, or come talk to me, or any others that are involved.
So that was a little behind the scenes of Eagle Buddies. With our next story, students wanted to share a little bit about what goes on behind the scenes of Eagle Eye.
Here we go.
We go through a lot of equipment. We have 9 cameras that the students use. We have 3 cameras just for the broadcast itself. Each camera has a set of microphones. We use stick microphones. We also have GoPros. We have gimbal cameras. We have a lot of stuff that goes through just to use for Eagle Eye. We use Final Cut Pro to edit all of our segments. Students can also use Premiere Pro if they want to learn that too, but currently we use Final Cut Pro.
For time management, I think coming into it, I wasn't that great, right? But then after a while, and I'm gaining more independence, I've learned how to adjust to different things and stuff. How much time it would take to edit this thing, or how much I want to cut this down. Honestly, it's the aftermath where people have already seen this story, and they may or may not come up to you. But then I can see them in the hallways, or I can see people look at me in the hallways. I know, you've seen my work, you've seen me on the screen. It's just a great feeling.
What I like in a story is not so much surprises, even though that might surprise you. What I like in a good Eagle Eye story is I want to know something about the person that they're interviewing. I don't want to just hear their words, but I want to hear their feelings. And sometimes they can share their feelings with words, other times it's with action. So having good components in a story means having something that draws from my heart, that gives me the feels. Even if it's a sports story, I'm going to feel good when someone wins or someone does something great. I think another great component is having balance. Not just telling one side of a story if it's a news story, or even if you're telling a fun story or soft story, get more than one perspective, because we don't live in a world where you just have one person's view.
There's a lot of work that goes into putting together an Eagle Eye story.
That's for sure. It's just like doing anything else, really. To those on the outside, it might seem so easy, but things are rarely as they seem.
Just like being a high school student, I think a lot of people forget how difficult it can be to be a successful student.
Right. And at the same time, being an athlete or holding a job or doing all the other things students do.
And sometimes we struggle to fit it all in. We might forget about some things or not do them as well as we'd like, and that can often come with regrets. Here are a few seniors who discuss some of their regrets they have had looking back at the last few years.
My name is Manuel, and today we've been interviewing students on what their biggest regret is in their 4 years at AVHS. I'm here with
Akula Johnson,
Carson Bardoff,
Christian Ways.
What's a regret you have at your 4 years here at AVHS?
Not doing lots of classes and taking study hall my freshman year. I wasn't trying that hard. I wish I tried a little harder.
There's a lot, but I probably shouldn't have started dating until like junior, senior year.
I should have done some more classes. I have like around 6, maybe 7 credits, I think, and I think I had the opportunity to go PSEO. I was really close.
Do you think you could have done things differently?
Yeah, for sure. I could have taken more classes.
Yeah, but you know, it is the way it is and things play out, but you know, we're here and we're still kicking. Okay, I'm not doing that.
Think that has changed you for the better or for the worse?
That changed me for the worse. No, I don't think I'm gonna graduate. I'm gonna be here next year. I'm gonna miss all my friends. But yeah, I could have done better though.
Definitely for the better. I'm a really good person now, and yeah, definitely for the better.
I think it's changed me to the better. I've learned a lot of I could have done better. I could have done better, but I think I've changed for the better. So now that I know, yeah, and that's good, right? It's good.
Yeah, it's perfect.
It's perfect answers.
All right, thanks for your time, man.
Okay, so it's fine to look back at our regrets. I certainly have them, but we can't change those things now.
Correct. What's better, I think, is to learn from those mistakes and do better going forward.
We've always got to keep our eye on the future.
In our next segment, Michaela talks to a few students about where they see themselves in the future.
Hey guys, this is Michaela reporting for Eagle Eye, and today we went around asking seniors where they see themselves in 10 years. Let's go see what they said.
Something I see myself doing in 10 years is definitely traveling, something I'm very interested in. But career-wise, I want to do something in the field of psychology.
I'll probably see myself in the NFL playing for somebody, or like being a sports agent for somebody in sports. Probably the Chiefs.
I see myself in 10 years traveling a lot in my free time, especially during the summers, and then during the full year, I would be teaching as a choral teacher at high school.
In 10 years after college, I see myself living in the Turks and Caicos next to Drake, and then making a collab with Lil Yachty the next day.
Those are just a few of our seniors and their plans for the future. Where do you see yourself in 10 years? This is Michaela reporting for Eagle Eye, and I'll see you later.
Hey, good luck to all of you in attaining your future goals.
And we'd love to hear from more of you about where you see yourself in the future.
So reach out via social media or talk to one of our Eagle Eye crew members, and maybe you could help us out by putting together another story.
Well, that's all we have time for today.
Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
And as always,
thanks for watching.
to this episode of Eagle Eye. I'm Ashley.
And I'm Amira. It's March now and we've finally seen some snow, but this has not been a typical Minnesota winter for sure.
We didn't really get significant snow until mid-February this year, and everybody has their theories about what's going on.
Some people claim these odd weather patterns are due to climate change, and some people believe it's just normal weather fluctuation.
Well, Anya caught up with the local meteorologist to try and get the facts and to get answers about the most important question. What does this mean for snow days this year? Here's Anya with the story.
What's up, Eagles? Have you noticed the lack of snow around here? I sure have. Turns out this weather pattern isn't due to climate change. It's due to something called El Nino. Let's head to the studio to find out more.
To learn more about El Nino, we interviewed Jamie Cagle, a meteorologist for the local news program KARE 11. According to Mr. Cagle, El Nino is a pattern that has been repeating for hundreds of years. Additionally, Mr. Cagle explains that this pattern occurs because of subtle warming in the equatorial waters off the coast of South America that leads to a temporary shift in the jet stream and in turn a change in our overall weather patterns. For Minnesota specifically, Mr. Cagle explains that this means we can generally expect a warmer winter with lower amounts of snowfall, and weaker storms coming from the northwest instead of the heavy snowstorms that come from Colorado. Let's see what Mr. Cagle has to say about the snow days this season.
Choose my words carefully here. What we'd anticipate would be, again, lower than normal snowfall. So that could translate into fewer snow days, above normal temperatures. So we could maybe even have possibly freezing rain. That could be a kind of a snow day, I guess, or just rainfall. But that doesn't mean we couldn't have just enough of a shift for a couple of days that we get a big whopper of a storm that comes out of Colorado. But again, I would guess that snow day opportunities fewer than probably what you had last year.
Well, there you have it, folks. Our strange weather isn't really climate change, it's El Nino. But it doesn't mean we can't maybe have a snow day or two. This is Anya, reporting for Eagle Eye.
So snow days are still a possibility, even if we don't have a ton of snow. That's comforting.
Yes, it is, but right now we're going to take a bit of a turn.
We know there are talented people in our building, and we have skilled athletes and accomplished artists and musicians. We see them and they win awards.
But there are also students who have lesser known abilities, hidden abilities, and that's what Destiny set out to find.
Here's AV's hidden talents.
Hey VHS, I'm your reporter Destiny, and today we will be looking for hidden talents to discover what our peers have in store for us, what kind of hidden talents they have. Now let's see what we can find. What hidden talent do you have to offer us today?
Well, I can do the worms.
How long have you been able to do the worms?
I'd say like around my freshman year.
Freshman year? How did you discover this talent?
Well, I was just in the dance room and then I just decided to do it, so I did it.
Hey, and you told us your hidden talent was?
I can make my feet touch my mouth.
And how long have you had this hidden talent?
I learned how to do this in 4th grade.
What is your hidden talent?
Drawing, art.
When would you say that you started drawing?
I mean, I guess just as a kid. I didn't really get into drawing until about 6th grade or so because of the iPads.
Hello, VHS. I'm your reporter Destiny, and thank you for watching. Signing off.
All right. Those are some pretty decent talents. I'm impressed.
And we want to see more. Let us know if you have a hidden talent that you'd like to share, and maybe you can be on a future Eagle Eye.
Right now we're going to look at a story that attempts to answer one of the most important questions of our time.
Who is the most talented, LeBron James or Michael Jordan?
Tell us, Jordy, who's the GOAT?
What's up, Eagles? Today we're going to find out who the GOAT is, Michael Jordan or LeBron James. Who am I here with?
DJ.
Okay, DJ, the question of the day is, who's your GOAT, Michael Jordan or LeBron James?
LeBron James, of course. LeBron is the GOAT. He didn't play against, he didn't been in the league so long that he didn't play against Stephon Marbury, Ray Allen.
Who are you here with today?
Johan Fortunato.
Now, Johan, the question of the day is, who's your GOAT, Michael Jordan or LeBron James?
I'm gonna have to go with Kamari Young. He's the greatest basketball player in all of high school basketball.
Who am I here with?
Kamari Young.
Now, Kamari, the question of the day is, who's your GOAT, Michael Jordan or LeBron James?
Definitely LeBron, just LeBron.
Why LeBron?
King James. I mean, Michael Jordan could never put up 38,000 points. Could never.
Who are we here with today?
Ryan Christensen.
Ryan, so the question of the day is, who's your GOAT, Michael Jordan or LeBron James?
I'm going to have to go with Michael Jordan. I mean, he's got 6 rings, most points per game scorer of all time to play in the actual era. And LeBron, you playing against weak players. Like, he ain't playing against Bird and Magic Johnson.
Who am I here with?
Brady.
Brady, the question of the day is, who's your GOAT, Michael Jordan or LeBron James?
Jordan for sure.
Why Jordan?
I think if you just watch the clips, he was moving different.
Jack Thornburg.
Now, Jack, the question of the day is, who's your GOAT, Michael Jordan or LeBron James?
I'm going to have to go with Michael Jordan.
Why MJ?
I mean, 6-0.
Well, sounds like Apple Valley thinks that Michael Jordan's the GOAT. Let us know. What do you think?
Well, it seems Apple Valley thinks Michael Jordan is the greatest of all time.
Seems valid. LeBron is great, but Jordan is in a class of his own.
Speaking of high class, our Performing Arts Department has put together a show full of students who are some of the best at what they do.
This year's Broadway is underway, and it's looking like it might be one of the best Apple Valley has done. If you want to see an entertaining show featuring some of our best singers, dancers, and musicians, Broadway 2024 Hollywood Dreams is where you need to be.
Hi, I'm Katrina with Eagle Eye. Behind me is the set for Broadway 2024 Hollywood Dreams. Let's learn more.
So behind the scenes, band rehearses in the band room a couple times a week to work on our Broadway pieces, and outside of that, we're expected to practice individually. After a few weeks of practicing together, we'll start to put it together with the singers in the theater and the dancers eventually as well, and make Broadway the production that you see it is on stage.
As a director, I get to see it from beginning to end, which is really cool, right? So I get to see the inception of picking a theme, and then the music, and then the casting. It's all about planning. So you need to know your cast members, you need to know the abilities of them. You write the music and you pick the music to fit those strengths, and that's probably the biggest part to making it a success. We're telling a little bit of a story this year, following our aspiring starlet out to Hollywood, and have our music and the dance tell that story rather than dialogue. It's gonna be really killer.
Be with all of the dancers. We have a lot of fun just working with each other. But for me and a few other dancers, we're here every day after school, working till 4:30. We work on 2 dances per day, and we start dancing in December, and we finish like around end of January with most of the dances.
What I enjoy most about Broadway is just Tech Week, which is the week or two before we open the show. So the vocal team puts a lot into Broadway. Usually it's about 2 months of rehearsal total before the performances. Just vocal rehearsals, sometimes we have choreography rehearsals. And then Tech Week, like I said, is a little more intensive, but it's a lot of fun.
Reporting for Eagle Eye, I'm Katrina Cisse. We'll see you at the show.
There are still 3 more opportunities to see this year's Broadway.
Friday, March 1st and Saturday, March 2nd at 7 p.m.
And the final show, a Sunday matinee, on March 3rd at 2 p.m.
So put on your fancy clothes and enjoy the show.
Or dress comfy if you want. You do you.
Our students sure know how to dress for a day at school, and some do like to fashion it up,
while others like to keep it comfortable. Sophia talked to a number of Eagles to get the lowdown on the school day drip.
Hello everyone, I'm Sophia Austin reporting for Eagle Eye, and today we're going around interviewing people on whether they prefer to dress comfortable or fashionable. Let's see what people prefer. Prefer to dress comfortable or fashionable?
I'd say like a steady mix between comfort and fashion.
Alright, why is that?
I don't know, because it's Tuesday, so I've convinced Dr. Voss to go Tieless Tuesday, so I got that going here today. I got the readers, because I'm old, and those are picked up off of Amazon, accentuated with the Costco water, and I mentioned the Color Pop, always a little sock game. We're going with the donuts today.
Donuts.
Just make sure you get that, right?
Do you consider yourself to be a more comfortable or fashionable type of person?
I feel like I consider myself to be both, but it really depends on how I feel when I wake up.
And would you consider yourself to be a fashionable or comfortable person?
Yes.
Which one?
Why? Because, I mean both.
Oh.
Because you see, it's comfy, but it got the dragon on it. That's a little edge to it, you know?
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Do you consider yourself a more fashionable person or comfortable person?
I think I ultimately go for comfort, but I like fashion.
Okay, thank you guys for tuning in on our story. This is Sophia Austin reporting for Eagle Eye, signing off.
I usually go comfy. It's less stressful.
I hear you, but it's fun to dress up once in a while too, for a special occasion, or just for the heck of it.
But I hate when teachers make you dress up for presentations and things. I mean, I get it, but some days I just can't.
True. Teachers can be kind of annoying sometimes, but students can too. And that brings us to our last story today.
Jaden went around the halls of AVHS and got the deets on teachers and students' pet peeves.
I'm Jaden, and today we're going to be asking students and teachers what their pet peeves are about each other. Question of the day is, what is your biggest pet peeve about your teachers?
When they wake me up or when they tell me to put my phone away.
You shouldn't be on your phone or sleeping in class.
My biggest pet peeves about teachers is when I turn in an assignment and they don't grade it right away.
When they be like assigning things and I don't know how to do them.
So like you just don't ask for help or?
Yeah.
My biggest pet peeve about students at Apple Valley High School is when they exit out of the entrance in the parking lot.
And why is that?
I'm afraid people will get hurt.
That's pretty valid. Yeah, that's a good one. What is your biggest pet peeve that your students do?
I hate when students come in late, but then they make it a big scene. Like, they don't just go to their seat quietly. They have to, like, let everybody know they're there and they're late, and I'm trying to give instruction, and then I have to repeat my instruction. It's so frustrating. Ugh! Do you do that?
Is that what I did? Are you calling me out?
No.
I think
No,
she
you
is.
didn't do that last year.
And that's it for today's Eagle Eye Student versus Teachers Pet Peeves. I'm Jaden, signing off.
Well, we all do things that annoy each other, but I guess that's just the nature of living and working with other people.
You know what annoys me?
What's that?
Saying goodbye, which is what we have to do right now.
Yep, that'll do it for this episode of Eagle Eye.
We'll see you next time.
And as always, thanks for watching!
Good morning, Irish. I'm Taylor Larson.
And I'm Gabe Rainier. Today is Wednesday, February 28th. Welcome to Irish Update.
To start out this week's show, we all had a great time cheering on the girls' hockey team. Prior to them hitting the ice at the XL Energy Center, we had Captain Cece Hansen and Sophie Stremel come to the studio to share their thoughts on the season and the tournament. Let's hear from them now.
I'm Stremel, and I'm a junior captain of the Rosemount girls varsity hockey team. And I'm Cece Hansen, and I'm a senior, and I'm also a captain for the girls high school hockey team. Preparing for sections was definitely a great time. We had lots of fun in practice. Our practices are very high paced. You know, I think we're super excited as a team, you know, through sections. Like, we were always the underdog, and maybe we didn't have a lot of people on our side. But I think that's like the story of this year. Like, we're not the team predicted to win, but we're gonna show up and we're gonna play our game. We're gonna play our systems. We're gonna play like we've practiced, and I think we're gonna have a really good outcome tomorrow if we work how we have been working. We do a little like cheer, like Irish on 3 in our locker room after we do the starting lineup, who our goalie coach Rick used to do. Now he's deployed, but now he's on FaceTime for every lineup, and we sing a song together and sing it and scream it to each other. Yeah. So we're proud of everyone, no matter what happens. Like, we were the underdogs going into sections. We weren't expected to get out, and we did. And we're also the underdogs going into state, and we're proud of ourselves no matter what happens. I feel like our actions and like how we play will just leave it all out there, though. There won't be words to describe it. You'll just be able to see our effort and our attitude on the ice. Good luck to us this weekend at the state tournament. We're super excited and can't wait. Can't wait to see you all there. Yes.
While clearly the tournament didn't go the way we wanted, I'm confident everyone still had a wonderful time going out and cheering the girls on. They truly gave it their all, and even making it to state is a great accomplishment. Congrats to them on a great season.
In other sports-related news, girls basketball senior captain Ava Thompson set a new school record for career assists with 350 as the team finished with their regular season with 56-51 over Eastview and second place in South Suburban Conference. They start section play as number 1 seed on March 2nd. Excellent job, ladies, and good luck in sections.
Not to be outshined, the boys basketball team played Eastview last Friday. They triumphed over them with a score of 64-61. The boys will be playing at home again this Thursday against Maple Grove and Friday against Burnsville as they look to finish out their regular season in the win column.
Staying on the court, this past Sunday, a student volleyball tournament took place. Irish Update reporter Amnia was there to see all the action. Let's see what went down.
Hey Irish, I'm down here at the volleyball tournament to interview the teams and see what this event is all about. What's your team name?
Suja Spikers.
And what's the hardest team you guys faced?
Hello Kitty.
What's your team name?
Hello Kitty and Friends.
How does it feel to be back?
You know, it feels good. We haven't practiced at all in the off season physically, but we've been mentally preparing for quite a while.
We're the Digging Divas.
And then what was your guys' favorite play? It was against the Aqueducts, and we had like a 7-minute rally. And it started off with one of our players, Victor, who's not here sadly because he just left for some reason. And he spiked it at one of the Dean brothers, and he digged, and he was able to get it up. And after he got it up, there was just a lot of passing and receiving between us. Nico had a good hit, a really good hit against him. They received it, and they ended up hitting the net. And then that's what was
What's your team name? We are the SWAT team. And how'd you guys get your team together?
I wanted Joey, Ian wanted Joey, so we merged teams.
What's your guys' team name?
We're the Aqueducts.
And how many games have you guys won?
We won 2.
What's your team name?
We are the Spike Squad.
And how'd you come up with that name?
We actually asked the My AI in our group chat, and that was the great name they came up with.
What's your team name?
PG Fan Club.
And how many games have you guys won?
We have won a total of 0 games the whole day.
0. What's your team name?
Our team name is the Kings, named after Riley King-Ang.
And how'd you guys get your team together?
We all play basketball, JV varsity basketball.
And how did it feel to be on the semifinals?
We're really proud because we lost our first games of the day. So we made it back up, and yeah.
I'm glad I got to see the teams play today, and congratulations to Hello Kitty and Friends for winning. For now, back to you in the studio.
Thanks to all the volleyball players who came out. It looked like a great event. And if you missed it, you may want to check out the intramural basketball end-of-season tournament where 8 teams will battle it out in March Madness style. Will the undefeated first seed Super Splash Bros win it all, or will the underdog 8th seed Tilted Towers be the Cinderella team? Check out all the action this Sunday in the RHS gym.
That'll be a blast. Another great way to support the Rosemount community is to come out to Hope Field House tomorrow at 4 p.m. to cheer on the 5 and 3 Dakota Hawks adapted floor hockey team when they face off against the Moorhead Spuds. This is a free event, and Coach Kowalski is hoping to pack the house at Hope and support these players.
Moving now from the court to the mat. Recently, Rosemount's very own Abram Anderson and junior Ty Salter won the section championship at Prior Lake. They will be competing in the state tournament this Friday in St. Paul. Best of luck, boys.
The list of RHS athletes going to state continues in the pool this weekend. 10 swimmers and divers will take to the pool this weekend. Best of luck, boys. We'll be cheering you on.
You know, with all this talk of winter sports competing at state, that means these seasons are coming to an end, which means spring teams are getting ready to get started. The District 196 rugby team will have their first practice this Saturday from 4 to 6 p.m. at the Lakeville Dome. Additionally, the track and field team will hold their preseason meeting tomorrow at 2:45 in room 120. Finally, today, the baseball team is holding its preseason meetings in the Student Center. The freshman player and parent meeting is from 6 to 7 p.m., followed by the 10th through 12th player meeting from 7:15 to 8:15.
On a different note, we've had many advisories doing quite well in Advisory Irish Game Day. Last Friday, 25 advisories earned full points. You can see them all listed here. So far, the overall leaders for the school year are Mr. Harder, Miss Feldmark, and Miss Spells. Good job to all of these advisors and keep up the good work.
Seniors, did you remember to submit your photo to the yearbook? There's a QR code on the hallway TVs you can use to double check that they have your photo. You don't want to be left out of this year's yearbook, so make sure to take a minute and make sure they have your photo.
We have a new club coming to Rosemount. Tomorrow will be the first meeting of the First Responders Club from 3 to 4 p.m. And they will continue to meet the last Thursday of each month. Come join this new exciting club to learn all about this important career path. Contact Officer Paul if you have any additional questions.
As you know, finals are next week. Are you prepared? Reporter Abby Scott went around asking how students will be preparing for their finals. Let's see what she found out.
Hi, I'm Abby Scott. I'm out here to ask students and teachers what they can do to prepare for finals. How do you prepare for finals?
I procrastinate, but I study like at the last minute, which isn't the best.
I think you have to, get a lot of sleep and stay highly caffeinated.
I make sure to eat everything that I possibly can, and it helps me study, definitely.
Do your homework and listen to the teacher.
Cry.
Me too. How do you not prepare for finals?
You stay up all night studying until about 5 in the morning, grab a cup of coffee, and then come to school.
Kind of just wing it, low-key. Just gotta pray.
Have party time, have nap time, and probably have Lauren singing time.
You don't wait until the night before the test.
Get good grades to pass, to study for your final, because we don't want to see any of you in summer school. Now back to you in the studio.
I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Ooh, I am for real. Never meant to make your daughter cry.
Thank you, Abby. To be honest, I should be studying too. I can't just rely on Mr. Bill's extra credit.
All right, Rosemount. That's it for this episode of Irish Update. With no advisory next Wednesday, this is our last Irish Update of the trimester. We'll see you again the first week of T3.
So Irish, make sure your assignments are turned in and that you're ready for finals week. Thank you for watching, Rosemount.
Taking it out in 5, 4, 3, take.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is Egan AM.
This week on Egan AM.
Winter Blast Week.
Live from Target Center.
In the walkout world of sports.
Live from Studio 1A, this is Egan AM. I'm Anna.
And I'm Caden. This week, we have a fantastic show lined up for you.
The winter play Almost Maine is currently in rehearsals, but tickets are available right now, so make sure to get them while you can.
Also, make sure to get your yearbooks before prices are raised anymore.
You might have noticed that many people are not in school right now, but that's because our unified basketball team is at Target Center right now playing in the state tournament. They are defending their championship title from last year.
Let's go live to Taylor with an update on the game.
Taylor, how's the energy there?
Oh, it's absolutely electric here. We have so many fans here, bright and early here to support the Cats. I'm actually here live at Target Center, which if you didn't know, is where the Minnesota Timberwolves play, which is crazy that our Eagan Unified team made it all the way here. Absolutely incredible. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I came with high hopes today, knowing that we won the state championship last year. Right now, the Cats are up 20-14, and they are just an absolutely strong force, dominating. We have so many fans here to support. Everyone's showing up in the all-white, and we're ready to go. I brought pit captains Ava Birch and Lily Anderson up here to ask them a couple questions. So I wanted to ask you guys, first of all, who has been a player to watch today?
I would say Lewis. He's definitely hitting some threes, and he's really going all out today.
Yes, he's so fun to watch. He's doing great.
And then next, how early did you guys get up to show up in your full white gear just ready to support the Cats?
I was up and at it at 6:45, getting ready to go, and I've been ready pretty early.
That's some dedication.
Yeah, I was awake at 6:15 so I could pick up my friend to come.
6:15. You know, I got up at 6:30, I want to say, really bright and early because everyone wants to be here. And lastly, I wanted to ask you guys, what has been your favorite memory from watching this unified team?
Hopefully we're going to go back-to-back state champs, but my favorite memory has been winning the state championship last year. That was super fun and electric.
Totally.
I'd have to agree with that. That was so fun. Yeah.
I love that. Well, thank you guys.
So, Taylor, but before you go, what happens if we win this game?
If we win this game, the Cats will play in the champion. Look at that. Just electric. The Cats are scoring. But if we win this game, we're going to play at the championship game at 11 o'clock.
That's awesome. Thanks, Taylor. We'll try to check back in with Taylor near the end of the show.
Good luck to our team. I'm excited to see them take home a win for the second year in a row.
Let's hope so. It's definitely a super special opportunity once again for the team and our school. But next week is also a pretty special week for us at Eagan. It's Winter Blast Week.
That's right, and the upcoming week is filled with action everywhere, including a night of tournaments on Wednesday from 6 to 9 p.m. with games like Spikeball, Madden, and Bags. Here's Brendan to tell you a little more.
I'm here with Brady Sternberg, Student Council Co-President. Why do we have Winter Blast Week, and what is it?
So Winter Blast Week is a little something fun that we do in the middle of winter. In the cold, dark days, it's usually pretty cold, but it is still long and dark. Just a little bit of fun and excitement in the middle of winter to brighten our spirits and also kind of to celebrate the Valentine's holiday that's most recently.
And what are the dress-up days this week?
Yeah, sure. So we don't have school on Monday, but Tuesday is going to be Groutfit, Wednesday is going to be Pink Out, Thursday is going to be Country versus Country Club, and then Friday for Jam the Gym and the dance, it's going to be Hawaiian Out.
What day is the dance?
Yeah, so on Friday, after the boys' basketball game, that's why we call it Jam the Gym, we're going to clear everybody out of the gym, and then we're going to set it up for the dance. So you can leave, and then you'll come back a little bit later, and we're going to have a Hawaiian Out theme. So bring your Hawaiian for school, and then for the boys' basketball game, and then right after that for the dance.
Okay, thank you so much. Back to you at the desk.
Caden, what's your favorite part about Winter Blast?
I mean, for me, I'm a little biased, but one of the clubs I'm the president of is running the Madden tournament.
I see. I definitely would have to say Bags, even though I've never done it before.
Man, you should see me on the Bags tournament. I absolutely kill everyone. It's not pretty. My friends will tell you about it.
Did you win last year or something?
Well, I didn't play last year, but you should see me at grad party Bags tournaments.
Oh, I see. That's a different story.
But speaking of winter, this past Saturday, St. Paul held this year's Red Bull Heavy Metal Contest at the state capitol. If you don't know, Red Bull Heavy Metal is a single-day street snowboard contest that features the most progressive rail riding in the world. Check out these amazing moves.
Even with the record warm temperatures this winter, the show went on. They had to truck in snow from Buck Hill to the Capitol to make up for the dry ground.
This year also marks the first ever time that it opened up to the public rather than being invitation only. So make sure you don't miss it next year. Be sure to start practicing.
I guess I have to start practicing my snowboard even though I'm a skier. But I think the snow will help that we got last night.
The snow that'll last maybe 3 days before it's 45 again.
That's true. I think it might warm up next week, but it'll be okay. Everyone has a go-to fast food restaurant to get French fries. Jayla took her little brother August out to see what he thought of some of the most popular picks.
Today I'm going to Cane's, McDonald's, Chick-fil-A, and Culver's to see which fry tastes the best. Hello, can I please have one small fry?
$2.91.
Thank you. Can I please have one small fry? Hello, can I just have a small fry, please? Just some fries for today. For no bias, I have my little brother August here so that he can rate the fries and guess which ones they are.
We have a poll up on our Instagram, at EGANAM Instagram, where you can cast your vote. Scan the QR code for quick access to our page. We'll go back to August at the end of the show. Don't worry. As we continue to feature different clubs, Anasia is here to tell us about Litwits.
Litwits is Egan's official book club supervised by Miss Urbances. They meet every Thursday morning before school to discuss their current book. They chat about their book and, of course, enjoy snacks as well. They are currently reading Thursday's Murder Club and have read titles such as Six of Crows, Murder on the Orient Express, and Gilded Ones. But don't worry, you don't have to read the book to come to the club. Anyone who is interested is encouraged to come. What is one of your guys' favorite books you're reading as of right now or have read in the past?
I mean, for me, I've been reading Thomas Jefferson and the Tripoli Pirates, which is a book about America's first war, and that's pretty interesting to me, but I'm also a nerd.
Honestly, I'm more of a fiction fan than nonfiction, even though I am reading a nonfiction book right now about like World War II for English, but you know, that's okay. I've been enjoying it so far.
Looks like we're both reading about history, you know, quite a fun topic.
That's true. Yeah, there are some interesting things to learn about. But as we got an update from our clubs, now on to an update on our Wildcat sports. Let's head on over to Everett for WCR.
Thanks, Anna. We have had quite the busy week, so let's show off the amazing work that our athletes have done. Starting with girls basketball, they have had an exciting week with Drew Busley shooting her 1,000th career point, coming off of the last Friday game against Farmington Tigers. That is insane. The team took an immediate timeout to celebrate and to storm the court, even though they fell short 67-63, was still so amazing to watch. They faced the Lightning as well on Tuesday and won with a score of 63-53. Nice work, girls. The boys team also played Farmington on Saturday, but fell short 73-63. But hey, that's okay because they played Lightning on Tuesday and won 59-56. With great performances and shots by senior Charlie Burke scoring 21 points and Owen Backenstein with 10 points. Hey, our dance team competed at sections over the long weekend and ended their season on a very high note, with solid finishes on both their kick and jazz routines. Huge congrats to Taylor Shokin and McKenna Henning for making the All-State Jazz team, and Ella Henningsen and Maisie Eisen for their All-State kick. Congrats to girls on an amazing season. On to hockey, the boys played in Lakeville North on Tuesday and tied with a score of 4-4. Senior Danny Lockemeyer scored 2 goals. And finally, to wrap up WCR, we have a few announcements and honorable mentions and important events in the near future coming up. First of all, Courtney Bumpers took second place at the Minnesota State High School League State Tournament, which is a huge deal. Amazing job, Courtney. The gymnastics team will be headed on over to Eastview tomorrow for the Section 3 AAA gymnastics event starting at 5:30. So make sure you get on over to the Vanco Events website and purchase your tickets. And remember, there are no cash sales. Tomorrow, wrestling travels to their team section starting at 4 p.m. and tickets start at 10 for adults and 5 for students. Ooh, that was backward. Boys and girls basketball will be taking on the Shakopee Sabres, tomorrow as well, with girls away and boys at home starting at 7. And our Dakota Hawks team will be at Oak Field House tonight starting at 4 p.m. And finally, there is a dive event at home this weekend on Saturday starting at 10 a.m. I know this was a lot, but thanks for supporting your fellow athletes. Let's go Wildcats! Back to you guys.
Thanks, Everett. Unfortunately, we can't get back to the unified game, but just so you know, they are up.
Now, let's get back to French fries. We're checking the results from our Instagram poll of Egan High School's favorite fries.
Definitely looks like McDonald's has won the poll. Sometimes I agree with that one, but let's check on what Augie chose.
I rate this in 10 out of 10. It's either Culver's or McDonald's. Oh no. I already know something by the feeling, but I'm just so taste it. 8 Chick-fil-A.
8 out of 10?
Chick-fil-A.
Okay.
So the rating is 7, and I think it's Cane's. Well, this is so big too. Since my last guess was Culver's, and it's gonna be 9. Can I take my blindfold off?
Yes. You got them all right.
I rated McDonald's the highest because they're straight fries and they have a lot of salt, and I like salt.
So you heard it here, McDonald's has the best fry. We'll see ya.
I like McDonald's fries, but I don't think they were the best on the list.
Yeah, but that's all we have for you today, Wildcats. Remember, we have Monday off for President's Day.
Have a great 3-day weekend, and we'll be back next week for Winter Blast Polar Bear Bingo.